I'm Kevin Coleman with the Side of Post, and I am with Joe Uhrig, who is going to talk about an event coming up that is focused around two wheels.
It is. So I'm here to talk about the Chillicothe Enduro Riders Weekend of Legends. This is an event that has been going on for, I believe, about 16 to 18 years, trying to go back into history and determine when we started this. It happens at Camp Cattail, which is on Cattail Road just off of Beers Run. This is a benefit event that we do each and every year to give back to the camp, but it's basically consisting of 2 days. Saturday the 14th will be motocross, and these are bikes that are a vintage, so going back into the late 60s, early 70s, all the way up until modern bikes. We have various classes for different bikes, and it's just a fun event. We have people coming from multiple states each year and to compete against their buddies and get the bike out that they've had for many, many years or that they've recently restored.
And when you say bike, you mean dirt bikes? Dirt
bikes, correct. So this is all off-road. So the motocross starts in the morning, and then we have a team hare scramble. We call it the Jimmy G Team Hare Scramble in honor of a club member that has passed away. And then later on Saturday in the afternoon, we will be having a dinner to honor the legends of this year. So each event, every year, we have several legends that we honor who have ridden dirt bikes in the area, some of which were professionals, other that were amateurs. This year we've got Roger Seitz. His son Davey will be taking the award in his honor. He's passed away. Jim Sowers, who's another local legend in the dirt bike area, and then also Gary Graves, who is our oldest active member of the club, and he's 76 years of age. Still helps out with the club, starts most of our races. He's the start guy. So we really appreciate Gary, and so he's one of our legends this year. We'll be having a dinner on Saturday night. All the donations will go back to the camp, and we'll have bench racing, stories to be told, and it should be a good time. We try to do this at least every few years on the dinner side, but we do have legends each and every year. On Sunday, we'll roll into just the hare scramble portion of the event. We will start and we'll have vintage, post-vintage, and then we actually have everybody from little kids all the way up to modern adult bikes throughout the day on Sunday. And that will kick the event off for us. So basically Saturday and Sunday, anybody that would like to attend, it's $10 at the gate, and that's all just a donation to the camp. And it's a beautiful area. We've got a very spectator friendly area that you can walk a paved path around Camp Cattail and see different areas of the track. So a very nice place to hold the race. A lot of people are probably wondering what Camp Cattail is. Camp Cattail is actually a camp that is owned by the Ross County Commissioners that has very little funding. Really, the only fundraisers that they have are the donations that Chillicothe Enduro Riders have given them over the years. We look back, we've donated $45,000 in the last 4 years alone, well over $100,000 since we started coming back out to the camp. The camp is a 1 week adult and a separate 1 week camp for kids that have disabilities. They do everything from outdoor activities, arts and crafts. They have visitors that come out, and it's just a way to engage with the kids in the outdoors. And so our donations, along with the Camp Cattail Band Jam, which is typically several local bands that will donate a set and come out in August, are those proceeds are used to keep the camp operating each year.
Okay, several questions. So,
yes, sir.
What is a hare scramble?
A hare scramble is a closed course off-road race on trails through trees. Okay, so it would be multiple laps on a course that ours will be approximately 6 miles in length, and you start all at the same time. Different classes will start on different rows, and you race for the first to finish. And the motocross would be more open, flowing, field-like track with small jumps. Because these are vintage bikes, they don't have the suspension that the newer bikes have. So we do have a tamed down motocross track. It's not what you see on TV, you know, a supercross race where you've got the really big peak jumps. This is a much more mild-mannered motocross track. So those are the two basic events for the weekend.
I visited Camp Cattail a few years ago. I did a story on it. So you make your own paths in the woods, or
we do, yeah. So like I said, we've been out there for 16 or 18 years now. The trails change over time. We reroute trails if we have areas that have gotten tore up a little bit, let those areas heal. And each year the track's a little bit different. And you know, we try to mix it up a little bit. We might run it one direction one year and one the next year.
Keep everyone on their toes.
Yep, we do.
I'm familiar with the concrete path around the meadow.
Yep.
So you're talking about that. You can go along and see them race around you.
Around the outside of that is acres and acres of land. I want to say there's 160 acres out there, maybe 180.
Sounds right.
Some of it's the farm fields as you come in the front. And the track will actually run underneath that bridge that you cross. And so we use pretty much the whole property to get 6 miles of trail. It takes a lot of zigzagging to get that much mileage. So the motocross track is on the inside of the paved path where the fields and the shelter house and the caboose is.
Yeah.
And then the harescramble track is all around the outside of that.
Okay.
Primarily. Yeah.
Well, I hope I can get you a few more attendees.
Yeah, I hope so. I appreciate it.
But it sounds sort of like a two-wheeled version of the mountain race that was a couple months ago. They started off in the Octangie Park.
Oh, the rally race.
Yeah.
Yeah. The forest rally. Very similar.
Forest rally.
The forest rally is a four-wheeled version of enduros, similar to what we run and in Vinton County and things like that, where it's a timekeeping. Enduros are the object of an enduro is to go 24 miles an hour for the whole race. If you're early, you're penalized. If you're late, you're penalized. And that's similar to how these rally races work with that. So it's difficult to go 24 miles an hour through trees. And so if you're late, you're penalized a point. But if you're earlier than 24 miles an hour, you're penalized 2 points per minute. So
trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, so it's a thinking man's game, but it also takes skill on a dirt bike, and it's kind of becoming a lost sport because the young kids don't want to learn how to time keep and keep track of am I early, am I late. So we're one of the last clubs that still put on a traditional timekeeping enduro in Southern Ohio, and like I said, we're kind of the epicenter of it. But a lot of them have went to just these hare scrambles or what we call a restart format, where you just go as fast as you can and don't worry about it because people don't want to think while they ride. So
you want the adrenaline.
Yeah. And this hare scramble is a little bit different. We are an enduro club. So Chillicothe Enduro Riders was founded in 1972, and we're all volunteers that love riding dirt bikes and giving back to the community. And so this is our event to do that in Ross County. And you know, it's something that we all enjoy. And you know, we go out and we work on it, and during the week and on the weekends, the next couple weeks are going to be busy for us to get the track prepared and get everything ready to go.
Okay. You mentioned professional riders.
Mm-hmm.
So like stunt performers, like exports?
No, so we won't have anything like that. But some of the legends that we've honored over the last, 16, 18 years at this event, when they were in their prime, they were professional enduro racers. Okay, so these were the best in the country at the time, and it's just nice to honor them when a lot of people have forgotten about those times. Southern Ohio is the epicenter of enduro riding, still is to this day, and a lot of the national champions over the years came from Southern Ohio. Vinton County, I would say, if you really want to focus in on, the epicenter would be what I would call the middle of it. And over the years, there's been 15 or so, maybe 20 different clubs that have all put on enduro races. and they all are focused in Southern Ohio. There's other enduro clubs around the country, but still there's a lot of races that are still hosted here in Southern Ohio, which we do host the Art Mitchell Memorial each spring in Vinton County, and then we host this race in Ross County to kind of give back to the local community. Down in Vinton County, we donate to the children's gifts for Christmas at the Allensville Elementary School every year. So, we're not getting rich off of this. We're tearing up our bodies and our dirt bikes to do what we love, but at the same time to give back. And so it's nice to be able to do that in Ross County, and that's what Camp Cattail brings for us.
Well, as I grew up, I know a lot of my classmates at Payne Valley like to do BMX, bicycle riding as well as dirt bikes. So is it a function of the hills and the trees out in this region?
Yeah, very, very similar. So the nice thing about Camp Cattail is there are a lot of elevation changes out there, but we don't have any huge hills. So it's a nice place to host an event where people of all skill levels can really enjoy it. And we try to lay the track out in a manner that everybody has fun, right? And there's a little bit for everyone. When you go to Vinton County and the hills get a little bit bigger, it's difficult to make it more manageable for some of the novices. But you're right, the Payne Valley area has a lot of nice features as well, and very similar to what we'll have here.
So it sounds like this is another aspect of our local tourism economy.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll have people from multiple states coming in. They're going to stay at the local hotels. We do have free camping at the event, so we'll have quite a few campers there. And where they're here, they're going to eat in the restaurants. They're going to shop, and bring some dollars to the local community. And so that's another good aspect of this event.
All right. How can people learn more about both the club and Camp Cattail?
So if they want to learn about the event and or the club, they can go to our Facebook page. It's Chillicothe Enduro Riders on Facebook. That's where we do pretty much all of our promotional stuff. We do not have a formal website, and we post all of our events online there, as well as any details. If anybody has any questions, they can reach out to the moderators on the Facebook page and we can get them answers.
Okay. And Camp Cattail, can you recommend any sites for that?
So I don't know that Camp Cattail has any social media platforms, but they do have a campground out there, and I believe they are in the local phone registry, and that campground's open year-round, and you have to reserve it to come, but that is an additional revenue source for the camp, and there's a phone number you call to reserve your spots at Camp Cattail. Beautiful place. They just redid the fishing pond. Like I said, walking path. There's a shelter house and shower houses at the camp.
Yeah, I covered the sort of ribbon cutting for the pond, and I think this year in May they said all the reservations have been booked up through November. So.
Have they really? Yeah, that's great. I know we've been out there the last couple of weeks working on the event, and there's been campers every weekend that we've been out there. So I think the word has got out. So
any other thoughts?
No, I think that's it. I appreciate your time.
All right, and you said that we talked about my GoPro camera here. I hope I made you look good, unlike
I hope so.
Previous times.
The wide angle lens, we'll see how that worked out.
But at least you're not crashing on camera.
Exactly.
So you recuperate from your rides here at your business?
I do. So I get a little relaxation here, and then I go beat myself up on dirt bikes on the weekends. So.
All right. Well, Joe Uhrig of Uhrig Financial, Thank you very much.
Thank you.